As you all know, I am a huge Fallout fan, and when I saw this come across my feed, I knew I had to get one of these. This is a blaster from the Moose Mod Shop, and it is known as the Fallout 4 10mm pistol. This is a cosplay piece, and in today's video, we have some very exciting news. Yes, this is an amazing pistol, spoiler alert, but there's more to it. This is part of a very amazing project that I want to explain more about. So stick around, let's jump right into the video. Now this pistol right here, if I told you it only took a few days to design it, you'd probably think I was crazy. However, that's what the designer of this, Misplaced Moose, had to say. But how is this possible, you might ask? It's all made possible from a special tool that he's calling the 31K cutting tool. Now before we dive into all that, let's check out this blaster's performance. This blaster was sent in from the Moose Mod Shop, so let's head on outside and check out this blaster's performance. Let's go ahead and grab some chronograph readings. Keep in mind these are brand new Worker Gen 3s courtesy of Added Arts. 181.7, 174.9, 182.9, 174.6, 192.4. So definitely hitting over 190 FPS. Really impressive. Okay, we have this Nuka-Cola. I'm gonna set it down there and take a shot. That's gonna be 30 feet. Now for a normal Nerf blaster, that's probably a pretty hard task. However, this thing right here has some rifling going on. So this thing is actually really accurate. Let me show you. Bullseye. So I gotta say, this thing is really accurate. Let's talk about the mag compatibility. As you can see, this magazine is kind of familiar. What does it look like? If you said Worker Nightingale Talon, you'd be correct. That's pretty much what this is modeled off of. And to show that, we have a Venom Pro here, which also utilizes the same geometry of magazine. So let's try it out. Oh, did I mention this blaster is dry fire safe? Due to the way it's built with TPU components, you can dry fire it all day and it won't do anything. And just because we're here, let me try to throw this magazine in here, a little bit tight, but it does work. More of a friction fit though. Now that we have an understanding as to what this looks like, let's talk about the project. So it all started with the 31K Elk Springer pistol. This is a very versatile pistol that has many options and a lot of features. It's dry fire safe because of its internal TPU parts. It's sturdy and has a rigid build. The magazines have an 18 round capacity, which is great. So after all the geometry was nailed down for the Elk, Misplaced Moose started thinking, what if there was a way to take these parts and make a cutting tool so that you could reproduce this over and over with various different pistol designs. And that's exactly what he did. After perfecting the 31K cutting tool, his first attempt was the Halo Magnum. And he was able to do this in only a few days, creating one of the most iconic pistols from the Halo universe. So it was at this point he realized how effective this tool was, so he kept at it. The next thing he did was out of Helsing, the 454 Casull. Just an absolute beautiful blaster, a complete hand cannon, and he didn't stop there. He kept going. He has different variants of 1911s. He did another Helsing blaster known as the Jackal to pair up with the Casull, making just an absolute amazing pair. And then of course, finally, he did my favorite variant, the Fallout 4 10mm pistol. Now this pistol's been in a lot of different Fallout games. This, however, was pretty much heavily inspired from the Fallout 4 game, and I think it looks amazing. There's a couple variants of this. This one here is the one with the upgrade on it. But here's where it gets awesome. If you have access to a 3D printer, you can print this. And if you don't want to source your own hardware kits, you can go buy a hardware kit from the Moose Mod Shop. And they're actually priced very well. You also have access to the tool if you would like to attempt to cut up your own cosplay prop. If there's some epic gun out of a game out there that's a pistol form, this is the tool for it. Now on the Moose Mod Shop, there are 3 different hardware kits. You have the C, which is for compact. The compact blasters hit around 150 FPS. They can take a B car, but it's not really required for the smaller one. Next up is the M hardware kit, which is recommended to use a 6 bearing scar. And this kit produces blasters that shoot around 200 FPS. And I believe that's what's inside mine. And lastly, for the larger variants, you have the L hardware kit. This is the large one, which can build blasters up to 230 FPS and support up to 9 bearings for a B car. Now that you understand all that, let's give a little history of the 31K project. So these blasters are very zincoid, if you will. And what is the zinc? Well, I have a zinc 2.0 right here. And what these blasters are is a reverse plunger tube system that has big plunger tube on top, redirects the airflow to a barrel underneath the plunger tube, resulting in a very tight, compact form factor with a lot of power. This blaster right here hits around 160, 170 FPS, and look at the size of it. It's really not much going on here. So the core functionality of the 31K project is very much influenced by the zinc. So how does the cutting tool work? Well, first off, you take a solid pistol-shaped 3D model slab. Basically, a slab is just a solid object. And through lining up the proper pieces, you can convert the slab into functioning parts. Now on the frame cutter, there is, you want to make sure there's enough room for the grip to go fully around the magazine, has a large enough hole for the mag release, and plenty of space for the trigger. Anything below this line becomes part of the frame. Now for the slide cutter, anything above this line becomes part of the slide. And on the muzzle cutter, same as before, anything forward of this line becomes part of the muzzle. Now for more detailed information, you can check out Misplaced Moose's whole video, link in the description. He does a full breakdown on how to use the cutting tool. If you're a designer, I highly recommend checking this out. So with all that said, I am a huge fan of the 31K cutting tool. This is truly amazing. I haven't seen anything like this since Old Fusion Design did the Flycore system, which is also a great hobby release that allows people to take that geometry that, we had to figure out over and over and over. It's all in one tight package, put it into whatever modded blaster or design you want, and now you have a flywheel blaster. This is kind of similar. As long as the blaster fits the overall pistol type of form factor, you can use this cutting tool to convert it into a zincoid type of blaster. And these are very high performance, great blasters. So you can literally have the blaster from your dreams. I absolutely love this. And it's all free. It's all available for you to download and print, buy the hardware kits, source the hardware kits, whatever you want. This is an absolutely awesome project. I just wanted to get it out there, get everyone talking about it and other designers designing around it. Now, if you made it this far in the video, you rock. I want to give a special thanks to you. Also want to give a special thanks to the Moose Mod Shop for sending in this absolutely amazing blaster. As always, I'm DrFlux. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Whew. Be safe and happy foam flinging.